called like a whole new thing. So yeah, they said we're gonna do chemo. So the next step after finding out I had stage 4 high-risk neuroblastoma, we went up north to Emory, which is like 4 hours away. It's in Atlanta. Emory gave us a plan, and it would be to do 2 cycles of chemotherapy, then they will harvest stem cells, which it will be at Emory. So I'll be going back there to harvest stem cells. Then do 2 more cycles of chemo, then scan, then do surgery to see if they can remove parts of the tumor or the whole thing at once, then do another chemo to shrink it, then do super high dose of chemo, and then they would give me my stem cells back, and then they would do the immunotherapy that would be the last step. So they said it wasn't working as much as they thought it would. So I was super frustrated because I was just like, okay, we just did 4 cycles of chemotherapy. It did not freaking work. It did not work. I was there in the hospital. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to cheer. I missed the first or maybe second or third competition of this season. The biggest one, we were going to cheer sport, and I missed it because I was sick. 4 cycles of chemotherapy did not work. I got a surgery to get a central line put in so much pain. I couldn't move my arm. I hate surgery. I got my stomach cut open again when there was only supposed to be a small incision. So I had a small incision now added to my body, a scar. And I had my big scar cut open again. I was throwing up. I was losing my hair, my eyelashes, my eyebrows. I was getting discoloration on my nails. I was getting discoloration on my hands and the palms of my feet. So I was really frustrated. I was crying. I was angry. I was frustrated. I felt defeated. Like, okay, so now what? Like, I can't do anything. This is just not going to work at all. We went back to Emory. They said there's more options. So we went back up to Emory, and they said we can do this we can do immunotherapy plus chemo. And immunotherapy is kind of when the chemo asks your immune system, because the chemo, okay, it's bad. It's not bad going to your body, but it's a foreign thing going to your body, so your immune system is trying to fight it off. But the immunotherapy is putting the medicine into your body and telling you, don't fight it off, instead help me fight the cancer. So we were doing the immunotherapy. Now they said every 2 cycles you'll scan, and then every 2 cycles you'll scan and then look to see how it's doing, and then maybe we can switch up and go in a different route from there. Because the chemo the first time was not helping the first treatment, when I was getting the stem cells harvest, the tumors actually grew, and the one on my sacrum grew, and it was starting to pinch my my tailbone, like the spinal cord, and that can lead to pain, like in your legs, and tingling and numbness, and in extreme cases like paralysis. So they were saying definitely like keep looking for that, like if you have numbness or tingling, which I was not having. I was fine, but yeah, plus I had scoliosis, so the spine was already curving. I just had a bunch of stuff going on. Like, honestly, So we were doing the immunotherapy. We did the first 2 cycles, scan. We were back in the clinic to see the results of the scan. We were so nervous. Oh my gosh. And I had a good feeling about it, but like I still like kind of like slow, like in the back of my brain I was like, okay, what if it doesn't work? But I was thinking like really good thoughts about it. My mom was nervous. She was, yeah. So we found out that the treatment was working. Yay! It shrunk the tumor. The tumors. The disease in my bone marrow was like lessening. Like there was getting less and less of it. And yeah, so we went back to immunotherapy like the next week. This is the good thing about the immunotherapy. For some reason, so the chemo, the hair loss is a side effect. Not every single person who gets chemo is going to lose their hair. It's just for different people and just like how your body responds to it. So with the immunotherapy, I was not losing my hair. My hair was actually starting to grow back from when I'd done the chemos the first time. So look, it's like, can you see it? Like it's actually like getting a lot of it. And like over here, my eyebrows are going back and my eyelashes are going back. Okay, so it's coming up on June now, and I was like, okay, turning 16, woo woo, get to drive and stuff like that. So yeah, I ended up spending my sweet 16 at the clinic, but the child life specialists and the nurses were super nice, and they did like a little surprise party. They had my favorite color, purple, all over all over. There were like streamers on the wall, and there was balloons, and there were coloring books that I like to like color just when I'm bored. And they did a cake. They had oh my gosh, the cake was so good. Oof. And yeah, they were really nice. It was actually like a really fun Sweet 16. So yeah. And another little gift is that we found out that the chemo was still working, or the immunotherapy was still working. So yeah, now I just finished my cycles of the immunotherapy, and I actually scan on Monday. I get a bone marrow aspiration Monday, Tuesday's a CT scan, Wednesday's an MIBG scan, and then Wednesday afternoon we go to the clinic to see the results of the bone marrow aspiration. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave comments down below on some ideas on what for me on what to do next. Thank you, and bye-bye.